Welcome to Festool TV. My name is Frank, and today I would like to introduce you to the Surfix oil dispenser system. When oiling and waxing, we often encounter the following problem. Oil is traditionally applied to surfaces with brushes or special cloths. However, their disposal can pose a risk, since oils and waxes have the potential to self-ignite. Our Surfix system enables faster, simpler, cleaner, and ergonomic work. The components of this system are quite simple. We have here a sponge, the appropriate adapter with a stick fix system, and the matching container with a capacity of 0.3 liters for about 8 to 10 square meters coverage. The whole unit will be assembled now, and I'll have the opportunity to apply oil and distribute it on the surface. I'll show you this process step by step so you can see how it works. Preparatory work for oiling always includes fine surface sanding from 220 to 240 grit. The set therefore includes abrasive papers that can be used for sanding with an orbital sander, for example a Rotex. The surface is now finely sanded to 240 grit, the final sanding step. Next, I will clean the surface lightly with a cloth before applying the oil. But first I will assemble these components. A wide variety of oils are available. First, heavy-duty oil with a very high viscosity, which is ideal for stair threads, kitchen countertops, etc. It should be shaken vigorously before use, so that the various ingredients are mixed together. By the way, all the oil coatings are based on linseed oil. After shaking vigorously, I remove the cap and replace it with a resealable membrane cap. Here you can see a small membrane that allows the bottle to be turned and dosed with the pressure of the oil. Next, the components are connected to the adapter plate. Now the surface can be easily and evenly coated with oil. The bottle is used here as a handle. And as you can see, the surface color is highlighted by the oil which soaks into the timber.
Gleichzeitig ist es natürlich sehr anfeuernd. Die Farben kommen jetzt sehr kräftig heraus. Und ich werde hier das Ganze gut sättigend auftragen. So.
Once the oil has been applied, the oil is safely stored in the supplied metal container. The oil must penetrate the timber for 10 to 15 minutes. During this time, the abrasive paper can be replaced by a slightly abrasive green Vlies disc on the orbital sander, which sands the oil into the surface while smoothing it a little.
Dazu wechsle ich den Teller mit dem dementsprechenden Werkzeug.
The green disc is specially used to polish and therefore has no suction holes, to avoid oil from entering the extraction hose.
In meine Absaugkanäle wandern können. So, anziehen und den Schlüssel natürlich wieder zurück in die Garage.
The green pad is placed on the disc, and we can now work the oil evenly into the surface by sanding. Here it is important to reduce the speed to avoid oil from flying on clothes and around the workplace.
An die Kleider bekommt bzw. verspritzt. So.
The oil is now worked into the surface.
Jetzt gehe ich her und nehme den Überschuss mit meinem Tuch ab.
While excess is removed with a cloth to prevent greasy spots from emerging later. The more the material remains on the surface, the more highlights emerge.
Habe ich nachher speckige Glanzflächen.
The processed area now requires an exposure time of at least 8 hours. Then the process can be repeated. Before repeating the application, the surface must be prepared for immediate sanding with the 220 grit paper included in the sustainer. This is called Brilliant 2 paper. After the second application, it is further possible to polish the surface with a white pad after a penetration time of 15 minutes. To avoid hazards, the used cloths should be dried and folded out for disposal once they have dried for a day.
Die Tücher trocknen zu lassen, ausgebreitet trocknen zu lassen und nach einem Tag kann man diese entsorgen.
The oil container with the sponge can be easily stored for longer in the tin container.
In unserer Blechbüchse verweilen, das ist keine Gefahr. Und wenn wir nach 3 Wochen, 4
After a storage period of about 3 weeks, the sponge is likely to be dried out,
angetrocknet sein, den entfernen wir dann einfach.
but it can be easily replaced by a new one.
Ersetzen und weiterarbeiten.
A special oil with UV resistance has been developed for exterior use.
Haben wir ein Öl entwickelt, speziell mit Wirkstoffen gegen UV-Beständigkeit oder dass wir hier UV-Beständigkeit haben und auch dementsprechende Pilze.
This is called outdoor oil, which can also be applied as previously shown.
Wie ich es gerade eben gezeigt habe. Last but not least,
In contrast to the other 2 oils, the one-step oil contains waxes, so it is particularly suitable for shelves or wardrobes, which require a certain degree of shine.
Wo ich auch einen gewissen Glanzgrad erreichen möchte, so einen seidenmatten Glanzgrad erreichen möchte. Sie sehen, alles in einem System.
As you can see, the Surfix system is a well-thought-out, ordered, and simple-to-store system for easy working. I hope you had a bit of fun being present at the oiling with the Surfix system. I'm looking forward to seeing you again next time at Festool TV. Yours, Frank.